Hi and welcome back to my channel. My name's Jade and today I am going to try and share with you me chopping up this Burle Marx Variegated because the aerial roots are going crazy and we've got some reversion in here, so I really want to try and get this all chopped up and separated so I can have variegated plants and then the non-variegated plants. So I'll start with you over there, but then when I come to start cutting it all up, I will bring you over here and try and let you see how I'm going to slice it up, because it is really, like, I don't know how much you can see that, but it's really sort of close nodes and just a bit of a mess, to be quite honest. Some of the aerial roots grew down and have started growing round in the pot, and yeah, it's all just a bit of a mess. So I suppose I'll just make a start. So let's start by taking it out of the pot. I've got a bowl to empty the lecker into and see what the root system is like. Sorry for the noise. Wow. I mean, who says that philodendrons don't love lecker? Look at this. So just a hint on what type of lecker to buy, just in case you're interested. I buy this stuff that is not perfectly round and has like holes in it and is just really kind of rough, because the roots really grab onto it and really get into all the nooks and crannies of the lecker. And as you can see, this one has absolutely loved it. I have had to sacrifice one or two roots as I'm getting the lecker off, but I'm sure this is well established that it will be fine. Still trying to work out how I'm actually going to chop this up. I think maybe I'll just start with the top parts. I might leave some of this lecker that's in here. There we go. There. Look at that. So there's a couple of roots, but this Burle Marx. Pretty amazing. Okay, so I'll try and move you so that you can sort of see over the top as to what I'm doing. I'm just using this homemade scalpel type thing. I've got some kitchen roll that I'm going to put all the bits that I chop off onto. And yeah, this will be interesting. Right, I shall move you. So this will be interesting to see how much you can see, but now you can see it nice and close up, so you can see the really, really healthy roots. You can see the original roots from when I bought it. And yeah, so I think I might just cut it up, work out which bits are the variegated bits and which bits are reverted. There is some bad leaves on this from like the original leaves, but there's some quite nice ones in there as well. A little sneaky one down there. But can you see why I want to chop this up? There's not very much yellow. Although that's a nice leaf in there. So let's have a look. It is so tangled. I mean, look at this. This was an aerial root. So let's just move that out of the way. So I think to start with, I'm going to chop this stem off here, I think. So you have to be super careful because I don't want to chop any of these roots. If you've ever chopped up a Burle Marx, they smell so green and like earthy. Let's just cut more through there. There we go. Right, let's see if that one will come apart. No, because there's an aerial root tangled up. This is why I thought it would be interesting for you to for you to see me try and tackle this, because if you've got a Burle Marx yourself, you'll know how tangled these things get. So I did just snap an aerial root, but to be quite honest, I'm not too bothered. Oh, look at that one. So we've got some variegated, we've got some green. I will chop that again, I think, because that looks like the variegated bit. But for now, I'll put that to a side and we shall carry on. I think that I'll chop that bit off there. Oh, is that an aerial root? Okay, let's go. There we go. Although there's an aerial root tangled in there. Put that down. Look at the state of this. I hope you can see what I'm doing here. Otherwise, you'll just miss it all. So, do we reckon that's variegated? I suppose we can see. It's one leaf, but really, really good roots. Okay. I think I want to cut this bit just below here, although it's not actually attached, so okay, maybe I need to do this bit. I reckon I could go in there. Yeah, okay. So, oh well, that was an old leaf. Let's just chop that one off. It was an old leaf, dirt pike. Although I have snapped that area right. Whoops. Okay. Let's go in there. Let's see if I can get that apart. There we go, look. Look at that. There we go. Look at that one, that's got a nice leaf on it. And because it's so, well, because it's quite mature, I guess, all of these are going to have really nice root systems on already. So they're going to be quite healthy plants. Okay, so this is what we've got left so far. And it's actually quite a lot of the green bits, so maybe... well, there's yellow. So there is yellow on a bit of this side. Not on that leaf. I think I want to chop these two bits separately. So, how much root do we want? I suppose I can cut this one about here. So then it's definitely got, well, it's got that crazy aerial root, which has snapped, but it's still attached, so it should be fine. And it's got that, so yeah, let's do that. Oh, bugger. Oh no. Oh well. I mean, that does have a root. Let's take that leaf off. We'll put that to the side. But Oh well, another bit of aerial root. But there's another section. So there is variegation on this leaf down here. There's muck on that one. I'll put that over there. And so now we're left with the stump, which I will repot because, oh, it's raining outside. I will repot this because this has a leaf coming here, which you might be able to just see the tip of. And we should hopefully get some growth from further down, maybe. We'll see. But with a root system like that, you can't complain. So let's have a look at some of the bigger bits that we've chopped off, see if we can get any more out of these. But I'm not too bothered about cutting them up too much. I just want to separate them slightly. So we've got variegation on that side and a little bit on that side, but not as much. So I wonder if I was to cut down the centre here, across here. Oh, got root on my hands. I wonder if I was to cut across here, that would just separate the variegation and the non-variegation. Yeah, go on, why not? We can see how it is. Look at that. So we've still got the aerial root and we've still got these little roots, and we've got two quite cute leaves there. Then this side, there is variegation on this leaf, but we've still got a good root on that, so we'll pop them all up and we'll see. This one that's got some really, well, there's some nice variegation. Oh no, yeah, no, I think that one can probably stay as it is. And then we've got this one with a crazy long root and really wild leaf. So by the looks of it, we've got variegation coming from this part of the stem. So I could chop across there. But then it has, oh, I suppose it has got variegation there. Shall we do it? Sod it. This is where I chop through my fingers. Oh yes, I did get my finger then. But we've got, oh, that was a bit sharp. We've got this one here, which, yes, that is cutting it a bit close, but we have got aerial root on there. There is root and there is growth points, so should hopefully be okay. But it was a nice clean cut on this side. And this bit might just be completely variegated, completely reverted. So even though there is yellow in that stem, but we can see. And then yeah, I think that's probably it. But also my finger is okay, don't panic. So we've lost this leaf, which was variegated, but never mind. And this is what we've got left of that big thing. So you can see how it's starting to bleed. So it just needs to be left now for a bit for it to heal. And once it's healed, I'll get this one potted back up and get most of them either into little pots of lacquer or maybe just perlite. But anyway, I'll be back in 2 seconds. So that was me chopping the Burle Marx Variegated up. So we've ended up with this one, just one little leaf, but the biggest root system you could possibly ask for. Then this one leaf that we'll see, it's got a root, although I don't think that that's going to work. But we can see, we'll see what happens with that. I'll keep you updated. Then we've got this little one, which is the variegated bit. It's got a new leaf coming and it's got some good roots. And then probably the best reverted cutting, some really nice roots and 2 very long leaves, but then some nice little ones. That'll probably go straight into leca. Oh, this one that is probably the best bit of it. It's got that leaf here, an old leaf there, a variegated leaf there, but really, really nice roots. So we're not whinging about that one. This really, really little baby one, which variegated leaf, aerial root, new growth point, should be absolutely fine. That'll go into perlite. And then, why do I feel like I've done this one? We had 2, but this one's the variegated bit, because there is one variegated leaf. Gosh, the vein is really, really going for it now. Good root. Probably put it straight into leca. And then this bit, nice variegation. Hopefully that'll promote the variegated part of the plant. Aerial root, probably put this into perlite just to get it going. And yeah, sacrifice leaf, aerial root's been knocked off. Root in here. But there you go. So that was me cutting up my very tightly grown Burle Marx. Yeah, and this one has just loved life so much, but I was a bit fed up of the amount of green leaves that I was getting on it, you know, so many green. So I will do an update on this in a couple of months maybe, and let you see how they're all doing, see if we've got all the pieces growing, and how variegated they all are. Yeah, so we'll see how that comes too. Just for those of you that watched my air layering of the lupinans, one side of it is very well rooted and it's growing nicely. The bottom half of it is not doing as well. It's got aerial roots growing, but there's no new leaves coming to yet. But I'm confident. Like I said, the other side of it, and you know the lupinans that I chopped, that I'd already air laid and I chopped completely up, they are all growing really, really nicely. They've all got new leaves. They're doing absolutely great. So yeah, I actually have a Cebu blue which I'm doing that with at the moment. So it's laid in moss, and it does have fenestration. So I'm experimenting to see if we can get each node to layer to root, and if it'll grow some fenestrated leaves, but we'll see. I will let you know if anything comes of that. I do have another one that's sat in water that I keep on looking over at, Cebu blue, which is fenestrated, and I keep thinking, should I just chop it up? Should I just layer it? Don't really know what I'm going to do with that one yet. But yeah, so that's a quick update on those. Yeah, sorry it's taken a while for this video to come out. I've just not really known what to do a video on, if I'm honest, because everybody loves my party time video, because there's just so much information in that. And yeah, so let me know if you've got any ideas. I might do a basic guide to leca, but then I don't know. Yeah, I'm a bit lost as to what to do. But yeah, this needed doing, so I thought, right, I'll see if I can get it to a point where you guys can see me nearly chop my fingers off. Yeah, do be careful if you're using things that are sharp and you're not just chopping straight through onto a chopping board. I use my fingers, but never mind. Right, I'm going to get off. Please like and subscribe and do all the YouTube stuff because I really appreciate it, and it's nice that some of you are asking questions about stuff, and yeah, so I'm going to get these all sorted. Just going to put them up into lacquer or perlite. With the perlite I'm going to put a bit of water in there as well, so then hopefully they'll all grow. I'll put them all in the grow room, and like I say, I will give you an update on how they all do and see what kind of variegation we get in the future. Alright, thank you again and see you next time.